Hello everyone, welcome to Akriti, Art of Mathematics, Simple Mathematics classes. I am Sudhir MK. In this class, I am going to discuss about index numbers, and this is index numbers class 2. In this class, I am explaining about steps and methods of construction of index numbers and problems on simple price index numbers. First we see main steps in construction of index numbers. First one, defining the purpose of the index number. Second one, selection of base period. Third one, selection of commodities or items. Fourth one, obtaining price quotation. Fifth one, choice of an average. Sixth one, selection of weights. Seventh one, selection of suitable formula. So these all are important steps in construction of index numbers. Now let us discuss about defining the purpose of the index number. The first step in the construction of index numbers is to define clearly the purpose for which the index number is required. As different index numbers are useful for different purposes, a clear definition of purpose will help in the selection of an appropriate index number. Once the purpose of the index number is known, it helps in selection of items, average, weights, etc. When we construct index number, first we have to define purpose of index number clearly. So next one, it is selection of base period. Index numbers are always constructed with reference to some period known as base period. The index for base period is always taken as 100. The period may be year or a month or a day. Now here, base period may be year or a month or a day also. Points to be considered while selecting the base period. First one, base period should be economically stable. Second one, the base period should not be too distant from the current period. Third one, depending on the situation, the base period is fixed base or chain base. If the period of comparison is kept fixed for all current years, then it is called as fixed base period. If the relative changes for any period are compared with that of the immediate preceding period, it is called as chain base period. In chain base period, we calculate relative changes with immediate preceding period. So next one, it is selection of commodities. Selection of commodities depends on the purpose of the survey. Selection of the commodities must be made in such a way that it represents the real habits, tastes and customs of the people for whom the index number is meant. So next one, it is obtaining price quotations. The prices of many commodities vary from place to place and even from shop to shop in same market. Thus, price quotations are to be obtained from different places, different agencies at regular intervals of time and then averaged and used for construction of index numbers. Since prices are different in different shops and different areas, we have to take average price. So next one, it is choice of an average. Since index numbers are specialized averages, decisions have to be made as to which particular average should be used for constructing index numbers. The commonly used averages are arithmetic mean and geometric mean. So before constructing index number, we have to decide which type of average we should use. While constructing index numbers, arithmetic mean is used because it is very simple to calculate. So we are using arithmetic mean since it is very simple to calculate. Since geometric mean is the best average for averaging ratios and relative changes, it is preferred in construction of index numbers for the sake of greater accuracy and precision. So next it is selection of weights. Proper weights should be attached to the various items depending on their relative importance. Weights are quantities of base period or current period or combination of both of them. So next it is selection of suitable formula. Selection of formula is mainly based on the availability of data. While selecting the formula, care should be taken to see that maximum use of the available data is made. So next it is notations and terminology. So in formula we use different notations. We should know what is the meaning of that notations. Now first here it is price. Price is denoted by P, quantity is always denoted by Q, and value means it is product of price and quantity. So it is also known as expenditure. And base period price is denoted by P0, current year price is denoted by P1. Base year quantity is denoted by Q0 and current year quantity is denoted by Q1. Base period value denoted by V0 or it is P0 Q0 and current period value denoted by V1 or it is also equal to P1 Q1. Methods of constructing index numbers. So we see different methods of construction of index numbers. So first one it is simple or unweighted index numbers and second one it is weighted index numbers. So here we have mainly two types. It is simple or unweighted index numbers. Second one it is weighted index numbers. In simple or unweighted index numbers, each item have equal importance. In weighted index numbers, the weights are assigned to various items in accordance with their relative importance. Unweighted index numbers divided into two categories. First one simple aggregative index number and second one simple average of relative index numbers. So in unweighted index numbers again we have two types. One is simple aggregative index number and second one is simple average of relative index numbers. Now same like unweighted index number, weighted index number also divided into two categories. First one it is weighted aggregative index numbers and second one it is weighted average of relatives index number. Index numbers divided into two categories. It is unweighted index numbers and weighted index numbers. Again unweighted index numbers divided into two categories, that is simple aggregative index numbers and simple average of relative index numbers. Again weighted index numbers divided into two categories, that is weighted aggregative index numbers and weighted average of relatives index numbers. Next we see construction of price index numbers. First one it is unweighted or simple price index numbers. Now first we see simple aggregative method. It is the aggregate of the prices of all commodities in the current period, expressed as the percentage of the aggregate of the prices in the base period. And here formula is P of 01 equal to summation of P1 divided by summation of P0 into 100. We have to add all the prices of current year and you have to divide by total price of base year and you have to represent in percentage and you have to multiply by 100. So therefore P of 01 formula is summation of P1 divided by summation of P0 into 100. Next one it is simple average of price relatives method. Here an average of the price relatives is calculated. It may be arithmetic mean or geometric mean. Now here first you have to calculate price relative. Then you have to take average of price relative. So this price relative average may be arithmetic mean or it is geometric mean. So next one it is the unweighted or it is simple arithmetic mean index number. It is calculated using formula summation of P divided by N where P is price relative and it is given by P equal to P1 divided by P0 into 100. So first you have to find price relative and you have to take average of price relative, then it is called simple arithmetic mean index number or it is unweighted arithmetic mean index number. So it is denoted by P01. So P01 formula is summation of P divided by N where P is price relative. You have to calculate P using formula P1 by P0 into 100. So next it is the unweighted or simple geometric mean index number and formula is antilog of summation of log P divided by N where P is price relative and N is total number of items and it is denoted by P of 01. So therefore P of 01 equal to antilog of summation of log P divided by N and it is simple geometric mean index number. So next we discuss some problems. First one, calculate price index number for the following data by using simple aggregative method and comment on the result. So it is given items, it is wheat, rice, pulses, milk, cloth. Price is given for 2010 and 2012. So wheat price is 20, rice is 31, pulses is 40, milk per liter is 16, cloth per meter is 20. In 2012, wheat price is 23 per kg and rice is 38, pulses is 44, milk is 20 rupees per liter and cloth is 30 rupees per meter. You have to calculate simple aggregative method index number. Now here we do not base price by P0 and current year price by P1. We add all these prices, that is 20 plus 31 plus 40 plus 16 plus 20. So it is 127. So summation of P0 is 127. Similarly, we add all the current year prices. It is 23 plus 38 plus 44 plus 20 plus 30. So it is 155. So summation of P1 equal to 155. So now formula is P of 01 is summation of P1 divided by summation of P0 into 100. So here summation of P1 is 155. Summation of P0 is 127 into 100. It is 155 divided by 127 into 100. So answer is 122.05. It is 122.05. Therefore, price index number is 122.05. It means that price in 2012 increased by 22.05% as compared to 2010. Now here index number in the year 2012, it is 122.05. That implies increase in prices 22.05% compared to 2010. Next problem. The following are the prices of commodities in 2005 and 2010. Calculate a price index based on price relative using arithmetic mean. You have to calculate index number using arithmetic mean method. Now here it is given item A, B, C, D, E, F and prices are given for 2005 and 2010. In 2005, prices are 45, 60, 20, 50, 85 and 120. And in 2010, prices are 55, 70, 30, 75, 90 and 130. Now here first we find price relative P, that is P1 by P0 into 100. For each item we have to find price relative. For A, price relative is 55 divided by 45 into 100. So it is equal to 122.22. For B, price relative is 70 by 60 into 100. So it is 116.67. For C, price relative is 30 by 20 into 100. So it is 150. For D, price relative is 75 by 50 into 100. So it is 150. For E, price relative is 90 by 85 into 100. So it is 105.88. For F, price relative is 130 by 120 into 100. So it is 108.33. Now add all this price relative. So it is 122.22 plus 116.67 plus 150 plus 150 plus 105.88 plus 108.33, that is equal to 753.1. Therefore, total of price relative is 753.1. So add all this price relative, we get 753.1. Then index number based on the arithmetic mean is P01 equal to summation of P divided by N. And here we have summation of P, it is 753.1. N, total number of items, it is 6. So therefore, P of 01 is 753.1 divided by 6. So answer is 125.517. Now here summation of price relative is 753.1 and total number of items N equal to 6. Therefore answer is 753.1 divided by 6. So it is 125.517. So next problem, the following are the prices in rupees of the commodities in 2005 and 2010. Calculate a price index based on price relative using geometric mean. Now here you have to use geometric mean. Here also items A, B, C, D, E, F, prices in 2005 and 2010 are given. So prices are 45, 60, 20, 50, 85, 120. And prices in 2010 are 55, 70, 30, 75, 90, 130. These prices are same as previous problem, but here question is to find index number based on price relative using geometric mean. You have to use geometric mean method. Again, table is same type. You have to find price relative P and you have to find log of price relative. You have to take log of P. Now here first we find price relative. Price relative is P1 divided by P0 into 100, that is current year price divided by base year price into 100. Now here for A, price relative is 55 divided by 45 into 100, so it is 122.22. For B, it is 70 divided by 60 into 100, it is 116.67. For C, it is 30 by 20 into 100, so it is 150. For D, it is 75 by 50 into 100, so it is 150. For E, it is 90 by 85 into 100, it is 105.88. For F, it is 130 divided by 120 into 100, so it is 108.33. Now we find log of all these numbers, so we have to find log P. So for A, log P is log of 122.22, it is 2.0871, and log of 116.67 is 2.0667, and log of 150 is 2.1761. Again, log of 150 is 2.1761. Log of 105.88 is 2.0246, and log of 108.33 is 2.0347. Now add all these values. 2.0871 plus 2.0667 plus 2.1761 plus 2.1761 plus 2.0246 plus 2.0347. So total is 12.5653. So therefore summation of log P is 12.5653. Now we use formula. Index number based on geometric mean is P of 01. It is anti-log of summation of log P divided by n. Now here summation of log P is 12.5653 divided by 6. So therefore it is anti-log of 12.5653 divided by 6. It is anti-log of 2.0942. Now here number of items n equal to 6. So therefore anti-log of 12.5653 divided by 6 is anti-log of 2.0942, and it is 124.3. Anti-log of 2.0942 is 124.3. Therefore index number based on geometric mean is 124.3. To find index number based on geometric mean, first you have to find price relative P. Then you take log P, take summation of log P divided by n, and you have to take anti-log of summation of log P divided by n. So here answer is 124.3. That's all in this video. I will continue this chapter explanation in next video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the channel for more video notification. Subscribe my YouTube channel, Akriti Mathematics Classes. Thank you once again.